Well, hello, my crafty friends, and welcome to another crafty little session by yours truly. And I decided on this bank holiday weekend over here in Plymouth in the UK to do you another video. And I've had a few requests. Not that I get a lot, but hey ho, I do get the odd one. Is mixed media, and could I do a video that is on mixed media? And I thought, yeah, I can do that. And following on from my last video, which I think I used the Indigo Blue magazine, I looked at it and I thought, yeah, this is a good candidate for using with mixed media. And as you may recall, we've got this lovely set of A4 stamps. We have got a wonderful leaf, lovely leaf stencil. We've got a lovely set of stamps, and we've got some dies, we've got some other stamps, and I've dug out a few other things as well. And so I thought, yeah, let's give it a go. And I think what most people are afraid of is how you get started, what materials do you use, and and all these other different kind of questions. So I thought, right, let's do it. Let's simplify things, go right back to the basics, and let's see where we go from there. Now, I have got loads of stuff around me at the moment because I obviously did a sample and I wanted to show you, and here it is. And I was quite pleased with it. Let me hold it up to you a little bit better. We've got a lot of things going on here. Obviously, we've got the basic background, which I'll get to. We've got a bit of stenciling, bit of stamping, and bit of gilding flakes now. And we've got a bit of gesso going on here with the stenciling. So yeah, if I move that around a little bit, you can see there's all sorts of different things going on, and that is basically mixed media. And mixed media simply means, in its basic form, you're using different mediums to create a nice overall effect. So I generally stick to using mixed media for backgrounds. And now obviously with this, it lends itself, you can die cut a butterfly, a moth, if there's a die cut of a moth, butterflies, moths, any animal. I have actually got, and I've stamped it out, the hair from this Indigo Blue collection. So I have actually got that far, and I think it would just lend itself really nicely into that background. And I did that, and I will get to how I did that. It's done with gilding flakes, because I thought like that'd be like an abstract sun. So that's why I did that. And again, gilding flakes, you could absolutely, you can do that on your background. So yeah, so there's a lot of things you can do, and it all depends on what you've got in your stash. Obviously, as many of you know, I have been crafting for an inordinate amount of years. I've got hordes of stuff stashed away in all sorts of different places, and so again, with mixed media, you can use whatever you've got in your stash. So yeah, so have a go through it, look at it, and even if you get like a couple of ink pads, a couple of stencils, some stamps, and see what you can do with that, and challenge yourself and push yourself forward. Is always a good challenge. I do that sometimes. I'll get some random stuff out and I'll just go for it. I mean, basically, some of this was random because I didn't think, oh, let's put that in, or let's do that, see how that looks. And, I was quite pleased with it. Anyway, enough of my wittering on. let's get down to it and let's see what we can create this time. So I have got some A5, I thought I did, cards, and this is just ordinary A5. No, it's not. It's A6 card that I've cut down. So it started off with A4, then A5, and then now down to A6, because I thought that would be a nice little background size to start with. And as you get more experience and you get more confident, obviously you can get a bigger sheet, go up to A5, you know, push the boat out, do bigger pictures, bigger backgrounds. And so basically that's it. Right, okay, so what colors have I got? I have got basically, for my background, is speckled egg. I love speckled egg. I think it's one of the most amazing versatile colors in the distress range, and yeah, I just love it, and it goes well with me, I think, with browns. I love blue and brown together because there's such a contrasting combination of colors, and so that's why I've gone with the speckled egg. And it's not too heavy, it's nice, and it's a nice and delicate color. So okay, so we've decided on the speckled egg. Give it a little shake, if you haven't used it for a while, and just 1 or 2 sprays, that's all you need. And then with your spritz, this is my Misty bottle, and just drag your card through it. Now at the moment it doesn't, you probably think, oh cool, that's not much, but it's, what we do is just build up the colors and build up the layers, and this is what this is all about. And as you do it, just dry it off with your heat gun. Doesn't worry about the big blobs because they're fine. They will just add extra interest later on. And mop up any excess ink that is still down there. And don't forget the sides. Go to the edges as well, because they'll often get neglected. So be aware of that. And I've got a little bit of brown there, but that doesn't matter. And then you just repeat the process, and keep doing that until you've got a nice depth of colour. So just keep swishing it through the ink. Like that, like so. And don't forget, don't worry about the white bits, because we can sort them out. And if you've got an overdose of colour, just dab it and go back with your heat gun. And I've still got some ink, so I can sweep that up. Don't waste any precious ink. Cool. So that was the normal distress ink. So might now go in with the distress oxide, and we will just do exactly the same thing, and just And every time you do this, it's going to turn out different all the time. You're going to get different results all the time. Don't worry, like I said before, if you still got some white areas, that doesn't matter. And just clean that up, use the last bits. I'm just gonna, and I think I'm gonna call it a day with the speckled egg. And might dive in with another colour. So I'm just going to leave that to cool for a minute, wipe up the rest of this. And then right, so now what I'm going to do now is go in with ground espresso, and I'm just going to do this very lightly. One spray, that's enough, and a bit of water. And then I'm just going to go around the corners and the edges just to I think that's enough. Let's just get a bit of this on the other side. A few splatters down there. Cool. Right, put that aside for a minute, and then we can make sure it is perfectly dry before you go in with, and just have a look. You can tell if it's dry because it's still shiny. So just go over with your heat gun again. And cool. Right, let's leave it at that. So I'm going to keep it up that way, and then I'm going to get my stencil. Which one should I go for? That. I'm just going to pick a stencil out, and then we're going to use a little bit of the now let me explain something here, because what I'm going to do, I'm using resist spray distress. Now what I've done here is I've got I decant it into a smaller spray tube bottle. The reason for that is this is clogged up. See, nothing's coming out. So rather than ditch it, throw it away, because it, you know, it's not spraying. All I do is just decant a tiny amount into one of these little spray bottles. Actually, give it a quick shake first, because you've got all the glue down there, won't much accumulate. So just give it a shake and then unscrew the top, and then just a tiny little bit. That's how much I've got. That's how much you need. That's all you need. So and therefore I haven't wasted any. It's all good. So I can screw that. And oh yeah, the other thing is as well, with the stencil, these and other things as I go along, I've got a bowl of water down by underneath my desk here. So once I finish with these, they will go straight in the water. I will wash them and clean them. But it's imperative and important, especially with things like this and something else we'll get onto in a minute. Put them in the water, and then you can just when you finish, you can just go to the bathroom, kitchen sink, and just run your water over the stencils and utility on your equipment and pat it dry, and it's good to go for the next time. If you leave it, the glue will dry onto your stencils in the bottles and anything else it comes in contact with. So that's why it's important to put stencils, these, straight into a bowl of water after you finish them. So so yeah, I thought I'd just share that. So I'm just going to lay my stencil down and just bit of spraying, and then down the other side. Let's go just like that, and then that will go straight into the bowl of water. I will that can that is fine as it is at the moment. It can just sit there until you sort your things out. That can go there. This can go back into the bottle. And as I say, it's not been wasted. And that can go back onto there like that. And that is good to go next time. This and this can just go in my little bowl of water that I've got down there. And we can wipe this little bit of glue up, and then again we can get our heat gun and just heat that a little bit till it's dry. Do the same the other end, just make sure it's all perfectly dry. Cool. Right, so what we do now, we will get one of our ink pads, whatever color you choose to use. I might go for, let's go for this one. Let's see. And the thing is with this, you can always go to a deeper color if you don't like it. And I'm just making sure I have got. What I will do as well is just quickly go over with a dry rag, with a bit of tissue paper, clean, and let's see where this goes. So I'm gonna, it's got a little bit of definition of the leaves up there, which is fine. But as it's mixed media, it doesn't really matter. So let's, what we got down here? Have we got a bit more down there? Yeah, a little tiny bit. So we can get rid of that. So yeah, so we have got a few of the veins of the leaves of the stencil coming through. We got a bit down there, and we got quite a bit going on down here. So so that's kind of 2 or 3 mediums that we've used on this one piece of card. So we have used some distress sprays, the oxide and the normal distress spray. We have used the resist spray, so that's kind of 2 mediums. We've used a bit of ink pad. So yeah, so we're getting there. So what I'm going to do now is show you another medium that we can use on these, and I'm going to get my little sun stamp block. And for those of you who haven't used gilding flakes, I love them, and I do go back to them now and again. And this is an indigo blue kit that I bought basically years ago, and you've got everything in there that you need to do gilding flakes. Oh, that's interesting. What's that one? Royal Peacock. Haven't been in there. Shows I haven't been in there for a while. Okay, right, so what we've got now, the flitter glue, and you will need, I use, this is basically what goes onto your blending tool, and you only need a small amount. The thing is with this as well, make sure after you finish, you put the nodule back down so it stays, so it keeps this wet, and that is all you need. You don't need any more than that. So as I say, screw that back down, and if you've got an old piece of just clean your nozzle, just make sure it's perfectly clean. That can go back in the cupboard, that can go in my. And then what we do now is we get one of these stirrers from like Costa coffee shops, McDonald's, KFC, whatever. It's just one of those. Next time you're in, just grab a few and just ease the glue into your pad, and then actually put that there for the minute, and then just normal stamping, just stamp over your stamp and it goes white. So finished with that, so that can go in your bowl of water. Put it face down if you can. So it's in contact with the water, so we can bring our piece of artwork back in, and we can stamp with this, and put the stamp in the bowl of water, because we've finished with the stamp. Oh, missed again. So again, make sure. Right, cool. Right, now we can get some gilding flakes. I'm going to go for the gold again. And I keep the gilding flakes in a takeaway tub. Now with the gilding flakes, I'm not going to talk as if I can, because otherwise it will just go everywhere. So just pick up a few. Of the flakes and just ease it into and then you can get one of these. You can use a pan scourer. You can use one of those and just go over your stamped image and just burnish it off. And there you have another medium onto your background. How cool is that? So let me put that over there. We can put that back. Let's get a bit more space. So how's our background looking now? So there we go. And that's your mixed media background so far. So we have got about 2 or 3 different mediums going on here. Right, let's do one more medium. And the one I'm going to use is through a stencil. And I'm going to use, what shall I use? I'm going to use, let's tie it in with the, let's do this one. Or have I got some others that I brought over? No. Oh, I brought these over, didn't I? Let's go really random. Oh, yeah, as it's Easter. I've just seen something. Okay, right, okay, I'm just going to open this up. Got ovals, Easter eggs. Look at that. So we can use some of those. So, yes, so I'm going to, yes, just down in the corner. Right, I've got one of these spatulas, plastic spatulas, and I have got some gesso. Now, gesso is basically what artists use to seal their canvas boards. This is a cheap one that I picked up in the works. I mean, it's £5 a ton. It's going to last you ages. Thing is with gesso as well, you need to keep it sealed. So that's why I've left this on. So, so that's why that is still left on there, because it's still on there. So I'm just going to put, you don't need a vast amount, again, just enough like that. Put the lid back on, put your cover back on, put the lid, and then we can put that to one side. And also I'm just going to add a little bit of this distress spray ink and just mix that in, and that will lighten it, but it also change the color of the gesso. So, and we've got a nice creamy light brown. So I'm just going to spread some of this, so and lift that up as carefully as you possibly can. Oh, look at that. Yes, we are. I'm just going to do the same for a few over this side, just a few. Do that one. And again, that can go into your bowl of water. Put that to one side. That will harden nicely. We might get the heat gun on it in a minute. And then wipe this up before you make a mess and it gets everywhere. So paper towel, get over kitchen towel. And just wipe this up. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was going to say is these craft mats. Now obviously I've got a proper craft mat, but you can use a kitchen liner, oven liner, and it's non-stick, it's heat proof obviously because it goes in the oven, and it works equally as good as one of these, and it's probably cheaper. And if you go to like a thrift store or what we have in England, Poundland, Pound Stretcher, you should be able to, or might be able to pick up one relatively cheap. So in Poundland you might get it for about £1. So and they will work equally as good as one of these. And so yeah, so if you're on a tight budget, then these are ideal. I'm just going to go in with a wet wipe now and clear up the rest of that gesso. And I'm going to get, that's it. Put that away, and then we can get another bit of towel and just wipe this all down, and then we can go in with our still some ink on there. It's surprising. So okay, let's go in with the ink heat gun now and just, I mean, if you can, if you want to leave this to dry overnight, then by all means do so. And it will go dull. So there we go. So it's just a question now of, if you want, it's just doing a little bit of stamping if you feel up to it. And I don't see it needs a lot. So I'm just going to go through this and see what others stamps. That's that one. What have we got here? So we've got a lovely see, this is another indigo one. We've got a lovely little stamp set up there. Let's have a look at this one. We've got a lot of mixed media stamps here. So yeah, we've got a few options. So if you've got like a distressed inks pad, so I'm just going to stick with this, I think. I'm going to go for these words because I like words. I'm just going to get my ink pad, and then, so you don't have to so I'm going to go for excuse me, bit of brown again, and I'm just going to get some, I think, that hasn't dried properly, so be careful. I might need to leave this, but we'll try and get the rest of it done. And just be careful where you place your hands, because I've just done that, but I'm not too overly and then just go a little bit over here, I think. And then we can do a little bit in the middle. And I quite like this colour because it's faint enough, because I don't want it too overpowering. So, hence why I'm being very gentle with it. And I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to go too mad. So I think that is enough. Without going too over the top with it now. So I'm going to leave it like that, and let me go back up there. And then that is, and I'm just going to leave that to dry so the gesso dries properly. And I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to add any more to it. And so that is it. So I hope you like this introduction to mixed media. And as I say, now we have got about 3 or 4 different mediums on that, but it makes, well, I quite like it. I think it's quite pleasant. And also that is good for a mail card. If you've got like a vintage car, vintage boat, it would work equally as good onto something like that. So I'm good. Oh, one other thing, if you want, I've just thought, you've probably seen me do this before, but I'm just going to do it again because I do like it. And as we're in mixed media mode, I'm going to, oh, where is it? What have I done with them? So I've got my toolbox over here, and I've lost a small pen. Oh well, I'll have to use the... What you can do, I've done this before several times, is just go along the edge of the card with a pair of scissors, like that, and when it's... You should do it when it's dry, really. I'm being a bit impatient. So do that, rough the edges up, and then you can get I'm going to get a really dark color. This is ground espresso, so this is going to be quite a deep color. So I'm just going to go completely around the edge with this, and just be careful where I need to get a new pad for this one. And there we go. We have got our, ditch that one. I think that's just disintegrated. Probably just clear this. And if I get another piece of white paper, you can see the difference. See, and we got a nice rough edge, so a bit of distressing going on. We've got a lovely mixed media background going on with loads of different things happening. So again, use what you've got in your stash. Don't have to do what I've done to the letter. Use what inks, whatever sprays or what have you, ink pads, stencils. So I hope you like that. Thank you very much for your company, and until next time, see. Oh yeah, if you do like what you see, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you will get further notifications of when I upload new videos. And also I will put the link below for my Facebook page, so you can join that. And if you can, like and share onto other groups that you belong to. If you could do that for me, that would be absolutely awesome and brilliant. And see you next time. Thank you for your company. Bye.